Pull out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, The Grease Trap. Pull out your dicks, get ready to fap. It's time for your favorite show, Grease Trap.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Grease Trap. That's our favorite show.
The what?
It's not only our favorite show, it's everybody's favorite show. Even Senior Tomat, I don't know if you saw recently. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he...
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. He did a little broadcast.
Well, after months and months, people were... because
we wondered where the fuck he was. I guess he's been in the future. I wasn't
really, because I know that he's up to something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we always know he's doing something, but like I didn't know what he was doing specifically.
But there were those that believed that he was gone forever, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." And then just out of the blue, he kind of interrupted a broadcast recently.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
And
what is his problem?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it did not make me feel good about the current trajectory of things.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like it was pretty dire.
Apparently, becoming a patron, as all the folks that are watching this have done, especially at this tier, is the way that you save the world. So. Right. I guess thank you.
If you're tired of the way the world is, well, why are we preaching this to these people? They know.
But that's what I'm saying though. But
they're already part of the solution. Yeah,
you pay my bills, and apparently
you're saving the world.
You're saving the world from a horrible dystopian fate.
Yeah.
So,
wow, good job.
I mean, we don't wash balls enough, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
On the Grease Trap, like
$10 Patreon. We wash your ball, sir. Oh, yes, a nicer ball.
I'm just saying, man. Dude, on the Grease Trap, there should be like a 2-minute ball wash segment and every Grease Trap where we just...
suds those balls up, get a little fucking delicate ball brush, that's like, not too harsh, but, it's a little scratchy, but not too scratchy. A little tickly. Grab those balls and just
wash them balls.
Yeah, get those balls. Get all the vinegary smell out of the balls. Make it where their balls are fucking pristine.
Dude, you put the balls in, you whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You get that shit extra clean, dude. You got
Scotty's gonna do it like how you clean golf balls at the golf course. He's gonna just
damn right, dude. The balls are shining.
Yeah, because Scotty wants to be efficient. He wants to wash as many balls as he can in the time that he's got.
No, man. I want to give those balls the spa treatment.
So it's already taking shape here. How this is going to work then? So Scotty is going to be obviously the general ball washer. He's going to be the guy that you send most of them to. TJ is going to be the detail ball washer. Yeah. Like the difference between taking your car to a red carpet and one of those expensive detailing places, right?
Right. Because I'm going to fucking get there. I'm going to get every little nook and cranny of those balls. Right. I'm going to get them sparkly and shiny.
You're going to get every little crack and crevice and every little wrinkle. You're going to lift it up and clean it individually.
We're talking about TJ here is going to do this.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
All right, TJ. Proof is in the pudding, man. Go ahead.
Wash my balls.
All right.
But with this is a great contest, actually. Scotty, give me your cursory golf ball washer ball washing, and then TJ, you give me your detail ball washing, and we'll see which is a better service.
Them balls gonna sparkle,
and then my balls get like super duper clean in the process. So
I wash the balls of the people, Paul.
I knew Scotty wasn't going to go for it.
Unwashed buffoon.
Well, let's get. I'm sure there's a random fan out there that'll fucking volunteer. So
what? Wash my balls for me?
No, not your balls, you useless bastard.
Have their balls.
I wash the balls of the people, Paul.
Maybe we should have a monthly thing,
where
we draw a name out of the hat, just like any patron.
Yeah. And wash them balls.
That person is, and we do like a 20-minute full ball washing of that patron.
Your balls shall be washed, sir.
people love a ball washing, man. Everybody
ball washer.
Come. My balls grow most fetid and foul. Wash them.
Sir, impossible. Your balls could never be in such a disgusting.
Oh, shit. This ball washing shit has got me tickled. Oh, fuck me.
How would you like your balls washed tonight, sir? Excuse me, this evening.
Immaculately.
Immaculately, of course.
Wash the balls, wash them all night long.
I would like anybody at a 3 Michelin star establishment to be completely unhesitant.
Oh my God,
about
dude.
eating a meal from my balls.
Paul.
Well,
Paul.
first off,
all right.
Paul,
Sorry,
we
I don't mean to
want
interrupt this ball washing thing, but you know that the video I looked up of the protesters at the guillotine outside of Jeff Bezos' house.
Yes.
That was on the Daily Wire.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, wait a minute, Daily Wire, that's fucking Ben Shapiro's publication. I bet you the comments on this are fucking hilarious.
Are they?
Yes. It did not
cool.
disappoint. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, there was a guillotine set up in front of Jeff Bezos' house. Okay. And people are like, yeah, fuck Jeff Bezos. So here's the first. I want to show you the first comment. Okay. Let me show it to you. It's so beautiful. Okay.
Look, believe me, I know beautiful comments.
This is from John Steed. Looks like the far left is eating its own. Jeff Bozo is nearly as radical as they are.
Yeah, a radical fucking right-wing capitalist cunt that works his fucking people to death and denies every fucking chance he has to reinvest some of that money in the people that make his fucking business possible.
Dude, he's so left, dude.
What a leftist. What a totally fucking rabid, froth-mouth leftist. I'm surprised Jeff Bezos isn't living in fucking Chaz or Chop or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah, he should be just wearing a ratty pair of fucking pants with holes in the knees in Chaz somewhere.
Oh.
He's so left.
Socialist, Marxist, communist eat their own, which is why this they think this. Why do they think he's one of us? What the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck makes people think that Jeff Bezos is your standard leftist's own?
I don't know. They're
socialist,
reading the
Marxist,
Daily Wire,
communist.
so probably just because they put Black Lives Matter, all virtue signaling on Amazon's like landing page.
Right.
Or
They
whatever.
don't understand the capitalistic drive behind that.
No, I guess not.
Dude, I just like the fact that Jeff Bezos, who is a fucking goddamn completely free market capitalist, is now being equated as a communist, Marxist, socialist, any sort of pejorative that we can describe these policies with. Like, those don't even all align. So if he was those things, he'd be literally contradicting himself at several
Jeff
points.
Bezos is like doubly reviled by leftists because he's one of quote unquote our own when it comes to politics, but that revels in the policies of the opposite party. He's like a leftist in name only.
Look,
Hey,
Look, it's the guy that confronted you at the meetup, Paul.
What's that?
Liberal snowflakes should get out of mama's basement and go out and find their first job and stop allowing the globalists and globalist puppet Soros and globalist puppet Democrat Criminal Party and globalist puppet Rhino Criminal Party and globalist media from keeping them as slaves on the Democratic Criminal Party plantation.
As opposed to being on the actual Republican plantation.
What the fuck?
Where it's basically like look, these neocon fucking sort of liberal policies are the ones that have led to this. What's this guy fucking talking about? This globalist shit. Donald Trump has done nothing but exacerbate the fucking problems of this country. So I don't know what fucking fantasy world he's living in.
This cowboy welder right there.
Cowboy welder. If a noose is a hate crime, so is a guillotine.
A NASCAR fan bringing his NASCAR drama into this thread.
Xeno paradox, dude. Given the massive BLM banner Amazon had across the website and top 10 films for black people on the top row every time I logged on to watch a film, I hope the BLM movement thoroughly destroys him and his company. I canceled my Prime membership that I had for several years. Haven't bought anything.
This is a Karen.
Sickney. I have gone straight to someone's website, even if I have to pay more or pay for pack again.
Pack again. Sometimes you have to pay for pack again at non-Amazon stores.
I hope they successfully destroy every woke company who have pandered to them And I know that is a lot. As much as I used to like Target, I hope they get so overrun with BLM they have to declare bankruptcy. Only then will companies realize you cannot appease the mob.
So knowing human psychology, these are my favorite posts. These I'm no longer going to use this product post, and especially in this case, Amazon, once you've used it, you realize why it's such a huge fucking business, because it's like the convenience of it and the ubiquity of it is fucking hard to live without. So the chances that that person actually canceled their Prime membership, probably about 10%, I would say.
Even if they did, it's not going to make a difference to the bottom line of Amazon.
And not only that,
what does it take, though? Like, what's the effort to sit down and type out a post like that? Nothing. What's the effort of what he's actually describing there in the post, which is individually seeking out vendors for every product that you want and ordering through their weird old fucking 1995 looking website ordering system?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's very few companies that are as good as Amazon at shipping. Like the one that recently surprised me is Best Buy is actually pretty good now at shipping stuff out faster than Amazon.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got
this
way less volume than Amazon and way less.
Bezos meets his constituents. Like, what? Is he a politician? And not only that, if you are going to say he has constituents, wouldn't it be literally everyone who shops at Amazon? So like most people at this point.
Right, you're a constituent too.
This is so dumb.
No.
Oh my God.
It's obviously just symbolic putting a fucking guillotine out in front of Bezos's house.
It's
show people the guillotine.
Yeah, I'll show them the guillotine.
Let's mute it.
I don't think it matters because it's pretty bassy and distorted. There's only like 20 people there.
It's like
there's more than 20
anyway. Like, I don't think it matters. He's like, you're hovering your fucking finger over the mute button. You're like, I don't think actually taking this last little bit of action matters because the music is bassy and distorted and hard to listen to. So
yeah,
it's like, that's why I said mute it. Nobody talks. It was just to show off the goddamn protest and the guillotine.
Well, I mean, the fucking sound adds a little ambiance to the fucking clip.
There was no ambiance. It sounded like somebody was farting into a fucking microphone that was turned up way too high.
You don't know what you're talking about, Paul.
I.e., it sounds like Scotty yelling.
You don't know what you're talking about. I made my decision, and I stand by it. Stand by it, Paul. Fuck you.
Right.
No,
hey, you do have implicit editorial powers.
Yeah, I got some.
You're running that part of the show.
I got some editorial power on that. I mean,
were I the one that had screen shared, it might have been run differently.
Yeah,
Want to see my power, TJ?
Show me your power. Show me your fucking power. No,
that's my power, bitch.
No. I mean, since I'm the one capturing this on my end, I mean, maybe.
See, but it only mutes it on. It only mutes him on our fucking recordings.
Yeah,
so it's not. It's
so
not power
on my recording. I'm still very much active. So.
Oh well, you know what? How about this power, TJ?
Okay. Yeah, I guess
okay, that one does fuck it up for TJ.
Boo.
For sure.
Boo.
That is
power,
some kind of
TJ.
power.
I have the power to punish you whenever I see fit. I can even remove you from this call if I so choose, TJ.
Scotty with moderation powers is a frightening thing.
It should be.
Like if you were picking a moderator, Scotty would be the last dude that you would want to pick because he's like literally one mod power from Megalomania, dude.
Yeah.
One mod power.
Make me an administrator and you'll see the world burn. No, I've had to deal with whiners on the internet.
Harshly. You ban the fuck out of them.
Here's what you do. You murder them. Murder them in their fucking sleep.
I used to. I don't always anymore, though. I mean, like a lot of times people will say stupid shit and I just go, whatever, because it's just not even worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, but in the past, oh, yeah, I definitely did that shit. But it's like, what are you going to do? If someone's just going to, like, rapidly just say retarded shit nonstop and there's just no reasoning with them, like, what are you going to do? Oh, okay, just turn my website into your fucking soapbox or whatever. It's like, fuck off.
I kind of went through the same little, like, learning period where I was like, it basically boiled down in my head. I started thinking about it one day after a fucking ideology stream where I spent like a good, I don't know, 45-50% of it fighting with what was probably one dude with like 90 accounts, right?
Oh,
yeah, generally, yeah.
It was just coming in over and over again, spamming the N-word, and then
like that.
and me and my one mod or whatever at the time were just doing that, and I was talking about it the whole stream, and I found some little pockets of interest to talk about in the topic, but for the most part, it ruined the fucking stream.
Yeah,
and so I was like, okay, and I finally had this epiphany. I was like, I can't be the one to do it. I've got to be able to just pretend it doesn't exist. And that's when the Spectres were born. That's when I started picking out people that could actually string together a coherent sentence multiple times, because that's the real criteria to become a Spectre. If you can make multiple coherent comments and I read them and I come to know you as a person who I generally can expect a coherent comment from, then I empower you. Now, I don't really care. Like, a couple of my Spectres are Scotties, dude, or at least old Scotties before he stopped caring, where it's just like the first whiff of anything that could possibly maybe be, yeah, they're gone. And I'm fine with that. Like, see, I've completely divested myself of any responsibility for it. I'm just like, I've empowered these people. They are autonomous units that ban and mute at their will. And you know what, dude? It fucking worked. It fucking, like, the grand experiment worked, because my bullshit, like the bullshitometer of the normal ideology used to be at like 80%. And I've got it down to like a good comfy 30% or something.
Damn.
The last person that I banned was someone that came to our Patreon that literally just paid money to say we were just like garbage and like harassed a bunch of people, and was just like,
those are my favorite ones, dude. I love people that are willing to pay me $5.
yeah, to say you're retarded. It's like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, right. I'll pay the money. Fuck yous guys, huh? You stupid cocksuckers. I got one over on them.
Another crazy dude that was like following people into other comment sections and harassing them. And then I'm like, hey, on our Patreon, we don't allow people to harass other patrons. You just need to stop this. And his response was, you reap what you sow. And it's like, okay, well, you're banned from all our shit because
what the fuck is that? Who are you, the fucking Undertaker? Get out of here.
I'm like, well, if you're gonna harass people, then we just don't want you. Like, I don't care about your money. If you're gonna harass and like go to like comment sections and stalk someone online, like, I don't care if you think they're the dumbest person in the world. Like, we can't condone that. If we condone that in our community, we'll be banned from Patreon. And also, I just don't condone that personally.
The internet is a weird fucking place, man, because no matter what the community, people like that will seek it out. Like, people that don't really know, like, even basic social graces, that are out to just like disrupt shit, or don't know that they're disruptive, but they are, and just completely like take over or try to take over communities and make communities into what they, you know what I mean? Like, they're just everywhere. No matter what the community is, a person like that is going to find their way into it at some point.
I 100% agree with you on that point. Like, like the shit I used to ban, like, oh, if people would shit talk, like, oh, you get, like TJ or Paul or Scotty or, like that's kind of shit in the past. I would be, now I don't really do that anymore. The only time I ban someone for like the ad hominem stuff is if it's like it's like a screed. It's like 18 posts of like,
oh yeah,
going on. Like, there's this one guy that got super mad about for TJ from some Abandoned Hope Day, and he wrote like 10 fucking comments. I was like, yeah, okay, dude, you have like TJ derangement syndrome, and it's all like. Then he wrote some like 10 more screeds back to that, and it's like, you're gone. We don't need people who are just out of their mind here. Like, if you're literally gonna write like 20 comments, I might even exaggerate. It was like 20 comments of like how we were pieces of shit. It's like, dude, if you really feel that way, then you don't need to be here, because like you obviously just can't handle someone have a different opinion than you.
This is a place for people that like support us and stuff to hang out, not people that hate everything. But thanks for the Thanks for the $10 or $5 or whatever it was.
Beyond like unhinged shit like that, I mean, whatever. I don't really moderate that. Like I have so much other shit to do. You know, it's like whatever. If people think we suck or wrong about something, then that's just their opinion. We just need to, you know, just.
I mean, sometimes they're right too.
Yeah,
sometimes they'll be like healthy criticism going on over there.
Oh yeah,
I know how to separate the two.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Times that like people point out shit, and not even just critical shit, just shit like, "Hey, you guys got this wrong," or "Oh, did you guys know about this?" I mean, there's been a lot of like helpful. I mean, like
here is my deranged screed.
You know, let me be honest; those people are the deranged screed people are way rarer than the people who are just saying cool things. People are fucking even being critical, but hey, saying like, "You guys just got this information wrong, and here's the right information." It's like that's cool because I mean, like if I'm wrong about something, I do enjoy being corrected.
I'll ban them in a second. They correct me.
That like, really is.
Actually, TJ, it was 1773. I'm like, nope, you're banned.
Actually, people. I mean, the people are like, hey, did you guys know that this?
I ban anyone for any reason, anytime. Sometimes people are just real nice, and they're just like, TJ, I love you. And I'm just like, fuck you, you're banned, you piece of shit.
No, you don't.
You kind of did do that with the Dusty ban.
I mean, that was a whole different thing. The Dusty ban was like a nuclear holocaust declared.
Like, all shall perish.
Yeah, me and Paul to this day still get people like, TJ unbanned me.
Constantly. I have to deal with it once a day in some form. If I check my social media and shit. Once a day.
Can you get TJ to, it's like, I always tell people the same shit. I'm like, that's TJ shit, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he did that, but that's up to him.
Lol.
I do want to zero in on a point that Scotty was making because it is important. Like it's probably the saddest thing about the type of internet personality we're talking about. Like the person that's just has an axe to grind or is disruptive on purpose or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Or that's willing to pay you to insult you. Whatever.
Yeah,
is that they are a tiny minority amongst supportive, positive people that are actually engaged with the show.
Oh yeah,
and yet we spend more time talking about and critiquing the one or two assholes that fly in every once in a while. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. But it's just the way. But it's not just us. It happens that way everywhere. Like the negative people in a community draw other attention like flies, and they become, more important to the community than all the nice people that make it up. It's like
I just don't engage with them if they don't like something or they don't like some decision we made. It's like okay, it's like because there's no point. You're not gonna have a substantive argument. I don't want to bring them on on a show to talk about why they had some.
We used to do that shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't like.
And every time we did it, it was like a clam up fest. Remember?
Yeah,
it'd be like, I don't know, like maybe you guys could, I'm real nervous and.
Yeah, and it's like okay, well, I mean, fair enough. I mean, maybe this isn't the right. You're not used to this kind of interaction, so you're nervous or whatever. But it's like it's just not. It's not productive for any side. It's just not if you engage in that with people and argue with people. It's like I'm not even saying that they're necessarily just wrong because they disagree with me, but it's just the same time. It's like we're not going to really get anywhere, and it's not what the show is about. The show isn't about arguing with people that just disagree with us. I mean, some shows are like that, and hey, they can do whatever they want to do, but we're just trying to do our little show here and
the
drama thing.
The disagreement that I would immediately address would be a substantive drop in patronage, complete with comments explaining why. And it all being one or two issues that are addressable. Those are that. I'd be like, oh shit. Okay.
We're tired of Paul being too damn fat. We'll come back when he loses 25
They don't
pounds.
understand. Yeah, they don't understand, dude. If how many patrons do we have now? Like 6,000 or something?
Around there.
5,700.
There you go.
Yeah. So if 1,500 of those we're just like, never mind. I'm not going to tell them the power they have. I'm not going to tell them. I'm just saying,
Paul's skinny. Paul's going to be skinny now.
It's funny. It's funny how the positive folks kind of just go by the wayside sometimes. I've been trying to ball wash just like patrons in general recently.
Yeah,
when one of them
balls.
pops up.
Wash the balls, wash them all day long.
We pretty much interact with at least through the messaging system a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people say things like and this is quite regular about how much the show helps him and shit like that, and generally, you're kind of like, oh, okay, but then you kind of realize like there's a lot of positive impact.
Now we're washing our own balls.
No, I'm not trying to wash
Of
my own balls, but
No, please don't stop.
The point I'm making is that a lot of people do derive benefit from it. So you got to remember, like, there's always going to be people that are like, this is garbage and this sucks. But there's a lot of people that say the opposite. And you're right. We can't let that fall by the wayside. So I always try to respond to people that write to us, just period. I mean, and usually the messages are overwhelmingly positive. I always say that. Like, occasionally you get some guy that's like, or it's just issues with like, hey, I want to get this feed or something. But a lot of times we do get really nice messages, so it's like, I think you're right. I think we should highlight that fact as well, because a lot of people tend to focus on just, hey, this asshole came in and said, Scotty's a retard, sounds like Donald Duck, and TJ is a guy that comes in and his ass. Paul's a depressed asshole that is never happy about anything. It's like, there's all specific criticisms we get.
It's true.
Paul, I pretty much the one I see for Paul is that Paul is always negative. Like, Paul's always negative. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I loved Paul back in the day, but now it's like and I don't feel you've changed that much.
I feel like Paul always got that exact same criticism. So I don't know,
dude. I went back recently on a ideology.
Yeah, Paul watched a video of himself like from 1,000,000 years ago, and he was still a negative.
It was like
fucking
a 10.
creep.
It was a 10-year-old video. It was like from 2009.
Yep.
Wow.
And even that Paul was like, this fucking world's a festering ball of shit. So it's like,
yeah, maybe if someone knew Paul as like a little kid, that was the last time they knew Paul. Like, me and Paul hung out when we were both 5. I like Ninja Turtles. I like this. Yeah. And
like, then if they continued, because every kid is like that, but if they continued being friends with me through my teen years, what I am now is not surprising to anybody who grew up with me. Trust me.
No, I mean,
I've been the way that I am forever. Like, it just is what it is. People think that I'm making this conscious choice to be a negative Nancy or whatever the fuck. I just am a negative Nancy. I'm sorry.
You started making YouTube videos in what, 2007?
2006 was when I uploaded the video that you and TJ responded to.
So like we've been in each other's at least sphere of influence for like 14 years, and I don't remember you being. I mean, you've definitely changed, but I don't remember you ever being like ray of sunshine Paul that people are talking about.
My first interaction with TJ and my first video on YouTube was me pessimistically poo-pooing TJ's big ASU movement that he was trying to get started. Like, right at the beginning of it, he had just announced his intent to start it, right? And my first video to him, now it's a horrible video. It's like smug and old, and it has a weird filter on it. But the whole intent is like something I would do now. It's like me shitting on his idea while it's still in its nascent stages. You know what I mean? So what more proof do you need?
I need to bring back the ASU.
Yeah, the ASU, dude.
Bring it back.
But yeah, I was just like, it's never going to work. You're trying to... I was like, you're trying to compare the ASU to the Black Panther Party, which I don't, I really don't see the connection. And furthermore, like, the idea is really stupid. Like, organized atheism is really stupid because it's really the organizational part of religion that's a problem. And then you add that to atheism, and now we've got dogmatic atheism and blah, blah, blah. It's like that kind of video. You know what I mean?
But I mean, like, that was back, dude. There's something that I kind of liked about those sort of videos. I felt like all the polished bullshit that's been added to YouTube, and I'm not saying that's anything that's bad. I mean, because it's just different. But like, the good things about YouTube expanding as a platform is there's been so many creative minds in so many different fields. There's been such a diversity of content that's great. But I did like the vlog thing back in the day, where it was just two people like, this is why you're a fucking retard. Okay, you know what? Well, I'm gonna respond back.
Video response.
Yeah, and tell you why you're a retard for thinking I'm a retard. Oh, really? You think I'm a retard? Well, I'm gonna take your response and respond how stupid you are. It's like, it was just great.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick apart your response and show that it is indeed you that is the retard.
Yeah, the endless
plot twist. They're both retards.
Yeah. Sometimes that happened a lot.
I was that show. Like Red versus Blue, like, they did the fucking Halo machinima shit, and they had the two guys fighting on the internet, first fighting in real life, and it was like on the internet it was like them like gearing up with tanks and guns and shit. Real life was like, I respectfully disagree.
With your opinion.
Sorry.
there were those types in the community too. No, it was a beautiful thing. But that first video, and you're very dismissive because it wasn't even you didn't even make a great video against me. It was just a video of you kind of half listening to what I was saying and then just mocking me. And then Scotty wanders in and mocks me. It was like the worst kind of response I could have gotten because it was just like, you fucking pleb with one fucking video. Get the fuck out of here, And I was like, okay. But it taught me like I better try and be funny or something because this whole like just kind of critiquing things into my mic isn't gonna work. I better throw some spice on what I do.
Yeah.
And it was at that point that I started to get successful, at least for my
Lolgic. That was when it started. It was fun.
Yeah. And it wasn't long after that first video that the first Lolgic video came out. So
yeah. But hey, you got some attention doing that, so whatever.
Well, that was like, looking back on it now, it's kind of cringy because it's all just like very basic atheist arguments that have been rehashed a billion times.
Oh yeah, I mean, but at the time it was,
But at the time it was edgy as fuck. It was edgy as fuck to be on the internet going like, I'm a fucking atheist and God isn't real and here's why this is stupid and here's why this fucking religious idea is stupid, because like nobody had challenged it like that ever.
Yeah. And nowadays if you did those same videos, we'd be like, cringe.
Yeah. But like, yeah, in those days, it was like there was never a space before where Christians were actually got to hear real critiques of their fucking beliefs and be engaged with by people who knew about philosophy. And
I think for me, like the whole atheist community thing kind of ended when all the Christians just gave up and left. You know what I mean? Because it came to a point where like you couldn't even find them anymore on YouTube.
Well, I think the incident that I trace the end of the atheist community as we know it to one incident.
Okay.
And that was the Captain Awesome, I fucked your girlfriend first fake Sagan saga.
Oh, you feel like that was the end of online atheism?
Now, I'm not saying it was a bad thing because it was still and still will remain forever the finest and most disgusting, degrading piece of ponage I've ever seen on the internet. I've never seen somebody cut lower on the internet.
Dude, how tastes my PP?
How tastes my PP, motherfucker? When you brush your teeth and after you kissed her, know that my cock was there. And when you eat her pussy at night, know that my cock was there. Oh my God, it was brutal, and it came with receipts. There was an actual video of him fucking this dude's girlfriend. It was, it's horrible.
But the shit. I remember that after that. Kevin, I do not care. I'll meet you anywhere. You can bring all of your friends. You can beat me into the ground just for a chance to look at you in the eye. That's all shit. It's like, dude, there's no way that Captain fucking Awesome was ever going to meet fucking fake Sagan, who was going to show up with a fucking gun for sure.
Fucking humiliated her, Kevin. He did the worst kind of response ever. He did the like butthurt heel wrestler response to it, And that was when
why do you feel like that was what ended it, though?
Because that was really the beginning of the great divide in the atheist community. Because that's what killed the atheist. It wasn't the Christians. It was the atheist community. It went with the great divide was like the edgy atheists and the more Christian, or not more Christian, but the more logical, quiet refutations of biblical doctrine type of atheists.
I got you.
And then those sides started sniping at each other. When those videos started getting cut back and forth between each other, and then we were fighting with atheists were fighting with other atheists more than they were fighting with Christians.
We are the intellectual atheists.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, old man. I'm the edgy atheist. This ain't your granddaddy's atheism no more, bitch. I got you. I feel like it was really. I feel like we just lost. I feel like it's almost maybe kind of related because it's like there was all these people that used to do responses to, like there was like there's Jesus Freak and there's like Gear Up or whatever the fuck and all these
Yoga.
Venom Thing X and all these fucking crazy Christians making videos and like making responses and shit. So it was like easy. In the atheist community, you could just snipe on those dudes all day, and it was just like super. Like any fucking fledgling atheist that came in the community could just like go cut their teeth on a Venom Fang X video or whatever. Just like, all right, it's your initiation rite. Go fucking pwn Venom Fang X real quick. You know, and it was just like super easy because he's a fucking moron.
Yeah, I will only debate if there's no profanity.
Oh my god, though, you know what? I just remembered.
Watching.
I just remembered that actually, the only person who failed the initiation rite of pwning Venom Fang X was actually Lacey Green. Back when
that's right.
She actually she started
got her ass handed to her by fucking Venom Fang X.
Yeah.
What? Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah, because she actually started in the atheist community. Weirdly enough.
I remember that. I remember her being in the atheist community.
And but I mean, like, obviously she fucking recovered and fucking went on to success and stuff. But
she had those big old titties to float herself to safety. It like most vloggers were like didn't have a life raft. You know what I mean? If you failed against Venom Fang X, you're not going to take off. But
no way.
She was able to float to safety.
Yeah.
And come back around again.
Very sexist analysis from Paul, but what are you going to do?
Well, whatever. Say what you want. That's what happened. I don't know what other way to put it.
If you lose to Venom Fang X, dude, that guy made some absolutely retarded.
No, he just repeated the basic Christian arguments, like in all their forms. Like that was his video style, was a constant recycling of the normal. Like, can you guys remember them all?
What was the
There's like the cosmological argument.
I don't. It was. I mean, it was real basic bitch shit. He just made it.
Who was that guy? Who was that fucking? Was it Kent Hovind? They like we basically discovered, or someone discovered. I don't know if it's us necessarily, but like he was basically just taking those arguments and just recycling them and.
I don't know. It was probably Thunderfoot that figured, because Thunderfoot devoted way more time to him than anyone else. Thunderfoot had like a whole series about fucking refuting Venom Fang X videos.
Yeah, it was Thunderfoot. Thank you for pointing.
And
it
was like,
it was like
he made endless videos against fucking Venom Fang X. Like he pretty much everything Venom Fang X.
Do you
put
remember
out.
they got in like a fucking full blown like DMCA war and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and Venom Fang dressed up like the Joker and shit. It was crazy. It was like wrestling. Like that's the element that I miss, because that was the element that made it cool. Like old school YouTube was like wrestling. We were all just like these weird wrestling personas, and sometimes we fought with each other, but sometimes we just fought with the Christian side, and they had all their weird wrestling persona. They had the hillbilly and the
and like wrestling, there was a lot more you don't really see too much anymore of like the like side switching all over the place. Like back in the early days of YouTube, I feel like you saw that way more than you see that now, where, like alliances are like forged and shattered all the time, just like lickety split, you know? It was just like,
I mean, it continued for a while too. Like I remember years, it was in like 2008 or 9. I made a video against you that got traction, and you made a response against me. And
something they like a Casey Anthony or some shit.
Yeah, it was over the Casey Anthony case. I don't even really remember what the disagreement was anymore.
Yeah, I remember I pretty much just was trying to fucking get you to make videos. I was like, man, I wish Paul's ego would make a fucking video. So I decided to poke you on some shit.
So I made a pwnage against you, and then you made a pwnage against me.
Yeah, and then pretty much nothing ever came of that. But
no. Because there was no real, like, it was just YouTube. Like, we both knew the game at that point. It was just YouTube pwnage shit.
Yeah, and maybe that's what really killed it, was like the fucking dawning awareness of exactly like how this is all working.
We knew, like, I knew really early on how it worked. Like, I knew hype, like, okay, you got to hype shit up and create rivalries and make unexpected moves and shit. Like, I just immediately understood the game. So,
yeah.
I never really took super offense when people would make pwnages against me from inside the community.
Anyway, we should probably wrap up this episode. See you guys later next time on the Grease Trap. Bye-bye.